Hello, just wanted to make a quick video about how to use the site, why we did it. We are the co-founders, Simon and Rebecca. We wrote the site because we were frustrated at the very poor education that our daughter was getting. And we walked home one day from school, having picked her up, and said, why isn't there a school review site like there are for holidays and restaurants? You know the ones that I mean. And we went on and searched, and there wasn't. So we thought we must write it. And 6-7 years after we first registered the name, we decided to do it. Yeah. We've got a very vibrant Facebook page, which is on...
In fact, some of you may have chatted to me on Facebook, so I'm Rebecca anyway, so now you've got a face to the person that's typing away. I like to actually put topics of interest that's maybe in the news, or topics that you might find just interesting, or to do with education, or to do with, you know, schooling your children, etc., etc. So if you haven't left any messages or contributed to any of the topics, then please feel free to do so. That would be great to speak with you.
Yeah, as I was saying, the reason we set it up was because, well, she was at this primary school where they were just not even stretching her academically. She was going backwards, and she was angry because she was not being pushed to the level that she needed to be pushed at. So, I mean, to cut a long story short, we had to take her out of school one afternoon a week, have her privately tutored. Eventually we moved her to a school that she's absolutely thriving at. But in the meantime, as we were extracting her, the school was given an Ofsted outstanding rating, which beggared belief, because their education level was terrible. And there's so many other disgruntled parents that we were talking to. I can't say that's really what prompted us to get this thing going. And the incredible thing is, there's a couple of schools local to us. One of them is the one that I've mentioned. I'm not going to name it on here, but the reviews that have been left for it are shocking. And then up the road, there's a boys' school that was given Ofsted requires improvement, and the reviews for that are superb. So that's why we thought this would add an awful lot more value. But getting down to the reviews, Rebecca's probably better explaining how simple it is to do, and pitfalls to avoid and so on. And we'd be very grateful if you would take the time to review your own school.
I think the important thing really is to realise that the reviews that you leave don't have to be bad ones. The schools would absolutely be over the moon if you wanted to leave a good one. But the big thing really is that they are anonymous. So what you are actually putting on, nobody actually knows who it is. The only thing is that you will have to be careful with is to not talk about maybe your daughter or maybe, you know, your son. Always talk about your child. Don't put any sort of specifics in there or any instances that would allow someone to be able to recognise a scenario, if you understand what I mean. And that way there should be no reason why anybody would know who's actually left the review.
One of the reasons why we're stressing that, by the way, is because we've heard, and we know of, instances where teachers have bullied children when parents have complained. So just something to be aware of. It's completely anonymous. No way will we find out who you are. We guarantee that.
Trying to think of anything else that would be useful, really.
If anything else comes up, we'll add another video. So thanks very much for watching. Appreciate it. And I say I'd be very grateful if you'd leave a review. It would help.
That would be great.
Other parents enormously.
It would really, and that's what's going to make the site even better, because the more reviews that are left, it'll be more interesting for parents, and also, you know, the Ofsted and the DFE?
The DFE, Department for Education.
I always get that wrong. You know, that you don't have to rely just on that data on the site, you've got everything all together. Did you want to mention about, it's important, you know, it's going to be a useful free tool for schools as well?
Well, it is. I mean, a lot of teachers are using us to research which kind of school they would want to go and work at.
Yeah.
Well, if you just go back to and say something that I always stressed, I think teachers can often be very defensive. They've absolutely nothing to fear from us. Good restaurants and good hotels have nothing to fear from places like TripAdvisor. So good schools likewise have nothing to fear. In fact, they've got an awful lot to gain, because you might find that people move into the area and choose that school.
That just reminded me another thing to mention, that if somebody's moving house, we've got a little tool that's free to use as well, so that when you actually looking for houses in the area, you can find the houses available, but near the good schools, you can see exactly where you're looking. So that's very useful. And the notice board as well.
School notice boards, and you can free to put up job adverts, for instance. events, open days, things like that. We've got that section available for free use.
So enjoy basically, and please use it. So.
And please feel free to fire any questions off to us through the contact us link. Thanks for watching.
Good. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.